And I'm Fernanda, and I'm here with Asada. So we are going to be interviewing Adele, and she's going to be talking to us about a little bit about her life and a little bit about how she can keep up her shape, and not only the shape, but also her vitality, and for women that are over 50, and how we can maintain life interesting, exciting, and fun and happy.
Yes.
So,
How long have you lived in Mérida?
It's going to be 20 years. About 20 years. Yeah. Came from. So I wanted to be in a Spanish-speaking country, on the water. I didn't plan on living here. I just wanted a place to disappear to and take a vacation, and fell in love with it. I looked for years after I owned a company, software company in New York, and I checked for years and years. I looked around, and finally I found Chelem. I'm like, okay, in the Yucatan, and I kept looking. And one day I said, I want to go. So I went, and I kind of fell in love with it. I bought a house, not in Chelem, but on the beach in San Crisanto. I went back and forth a lot. And I just started coming here, and one day I saw a broken house in downtown, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy it because everyone else was buying. Had it fixed. We'd come back and forth, and then ended up staying to the point where my secretary called me up, and she goes, "Are you ever coming back to the office?" I'm like, yeah, I'll be back months, But I was working from
here.
Yeah, from here. And then I just stopped going back, really, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I kept my business for years, though. I just sold it like 6 years ago. So I was doing the gallery, and I was running my business there. And I had an office and everything. Sold it. Yeah. Yeah.
And tell us, what is the one thing that you like the most about Mérida, and the one thing that you like the least about Mérida?
Okay, what I like the most about Mérida are the people. And I mean the people. I mean, that includes you. Like, having a community is amazing to me. It's just like unbelievable. Because I don't know where you guys lived, I do know where you live, but in New York, it's kind of like, so you have two friends, you work 24 hours a day, And even though I work a lot here, I still have all these friends, that I love. And I love the Spanish. I love Spanish. I do love the culture here, some of the culture. Some of it's a little odd to me, but of course I'm not from here.
Yeah.
What I least like is the weather.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm gonna say it right out. This heat is just absolutely ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Very hot.
And I read that Mexico has like the hottest global warming right now.
I can believe it, and it's all here in Mérida. No, it's really it's a.
I think last year, a couple of years, there was a heat wave or something.
Yeah.
That made it even harder.
It's really.
hot.
That's the one thing I find really difficult.
Yeah, that is.
Would you say that moving to Mérida is a big part of your self-care journey?
Totally. I mean, moving to Mérida was probably one of the best things I ever did in my life. I mean, I moved here literally, I don't think, there were hardly any gringos, really. So it was a whole different Mérida, like a whole different Mérida. And it was it was trying to take care of myself and be in a place where I love the language. It was on the water, I could do my business. So yes, it's definitely self-care. Definitely.
Wonderful.
I'm planning to become a Mexican citizen, so that's my next, yes. I have like all my papers, which I need to work on, and so I'm hoping to become a Mexican citizen this year.
Nice.
So,
Congratulations.
Okay.
Wow.
I think it'll be great. Finally, you know what I mean? I feel like a Mexican citizen, so.
Yeah. And you speak Spanish pretty well.
I do.
Just say something in Spanish or
yo no sé qué voy a decir. Estoy disfrutando mi vida en Mérida, en mi vida con mis amigas, y para salir en la noche, para disfrutar, tomar, y yeah.
Wonderful. She's enjoying her life here in Mérida with friends and going out and just enjoying life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yes. And today we're here at Midgard Tribe Workout Facility, and we have Rossy, the owner. So you were telling us about the name and where the name comes from.
Okay, the name comes from to the mythologia.
Mythology.
Midgard is the land of the people in the mythology. So this space is for the people, the women, men, to get strong, healthy, and it's not just about the physique, it's about your mental health and how do you feel every day if you have a lot of stress in your day. Come and work out. If you feel sad, come and work out. Really, the workout, the exercise change everything. Adele can
Yes.
tell
Yes,
about
yes.
that.
Tell us a little bit about your experience working with Rossy at Midgard and.
Well, I've been working with Rossy for years.
Yes.
Yeah. And what can I say? I mean, definitely, I'm in a whole different shape than I was when I met Rossy.
Yes.
Whenever I go away, we do it by Zoom.
Yes.
We do it by Zoom. Yeah. I find a basement of my sister's house. I have weights there. I left there, and I do my workout with her on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I don't want to lose it. Because if you don't do it for a while, you're never going back.
Right.
Yes.
That's just a fact.
And like Fernanda was saying, Adele, what motivates you?
I don't know. Well, first of all, I'm vain. Okay, so
Vanity, okay?
okay, number one, vanity. I feel better. You know, I just feel better because I have a lot of stress in my life. Lots of stress. But some of it's internal, some of it's external. And so if I don't, when I come here, it's like no matter how stressed I am, I will work through it and I leave feeling better. There's no, plus, I got some aches and pains, I guess everybody, and if I don't work out, those aches and pains are only gonna get worse. And so, and as I say, I'm going down fighting. That's it. I'm going down fighting.
That is amazing. And that's the thing. I think anything that requires movement, like working out, dancing, you're not dancing and thinking about your problems. You have to get there, right there, present, and doing the things. The same thing as working out.
Yes.
You can't be thinking about your problems while you're in pain or it's right there. Your pain is present right there, and like you said, you feel better because you're stronger. Because you are, that pumps you up because of all the adrenaline and all the things that comes into your body. So that's really amazing. And
I mean, I see people who I guess are my age. I don't know. I'm not telling you how old I am, but I'm guessing they're my age. Nobody knows. And literally, they really do have problems, like touching the ground or getting out of a chair. And when I see that, I go, "Oh, shoot me, please! I never want. I eventually, someday, obviously, But I don't want to be that, I want to.
You're saying eventually, maybe not. I've seen.
I hope not. Yeah.
In their 90s.
That's true. My dad was like that. He liked to work out a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if you don't specifically work out, but usually people who add movement, like I have my aunt that passed with 97, but she had a big backyard and she was there cutting things.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
all the movement,
yeah.
all the movements and cleaning the yard, and as long as you're active and not just asking people to do it for you.
No, it's important.
You end up getting in shape too. And you said about vanity, but that's a very good thing also to look in the mirror
and
say,
honesty.
look at it.
Okay. self-critical, I know, but like I look in the mirror and I go, it could be worse, like.
That's
So.
incorporate the music. And like you
Yes.
said, we all
Yeah.
know, if you know Adele, you know she loves bachata.
Yeah. Right.
And so you're able to, you're a DJ.
Yes.
Yes.
She's great music too, yeah.
I need a translator now. La idea de que el entrenamiento sea personalizado es porque algunos días de repente no te sientes tan fuerte, tan motivado, entonces, ok, bueno, te motivamos un poco con la música y de repente haces un entrenamiento pero quizás no tan intenso como otros días, o de repente un día llegaste y te fuiste de fiesta el día anterior o no pudiste dormir bien y no puedes hacer un entrenamiento intenso como otros días o vienes con algún dolor. Entonces todo eso hay que adaptarlo, adaptarlo a la persona, y como decía Adele, quizá no puede hacer lo mismo que una persona de 20 años, pero puede hacer 1.000.000 de cosas más, pero siempre adaptado a la necesidad, al día. Sé que a Adele le encanta la bachata y la salsa, entonces casi siempre trato de buscarle canciones nuevas para el entrenamiento. O cuando me dice, esa canción me gusta mucho, bueno, ya la guardo en Adele playlist y se la pongo en la siguiente, y así es. Es todo. Es importante la música, es importante el movimiento que vas a hacer, la cantidad de peso para cargar. También tenemos estas bandas que funcionan diferente al peso libre, las mancuernas.
So let me translate a little bit.
Okay.
I understood everything.
Yeah, so she's talking about the personalized type of workout that she does. Because just like we said, some days you're going to arrive because you went to, let's say, a party the day before, you're tired. So how can she incorporate that to you in that particular day? So instead of doing something that's a little bit heavier, you're going to start slower or doing something a little lighter because that day you're not feeling your greatest. So, and this also to motivate you, she's going to put, in Adele's case, she loves bachata, so putting a music that's going to motivate. Did I miss anything, Adele?
No, I think you said it all. I mean, you said it all.
Yeah,
but
so
she definitely takes into account, your mood.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just your mood, or if you have a pain in a certain place. So
yeah, that's really, really fantastic to do something very specific to each one.
Yeah, that is good.
Because sometimes you go in a group and it can be, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but you can feel a little weird when everybody's being able to do something and you're the only one that is not being able to, so you kind of feel weird on that in that scenario. So it's kind of nice to have someone that, is following your lead and following your path.
Yeah. So, and Rossy's also been with me through everything, through COVID, but no, I don't know what I would do. I mean, a lot of people talk about they train on their own or whatever. I don't know about anyone else. I don't have the willpower to do it on my own. I would nor the knowledge, but I would sit there and go, this really hurts. Screw it, I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm sweating too much. No, I'm not gonna do this.
Exactly.
I know with Rossy, first of all, she knows what she's doing, and she doesn't do too much based on my body, because somebody who's 20 has a whole different set of what can be done and what can't. So she knows my limitations, and she pushes me and doesn't allow me to go, I don't feel like doing this today.
And that's so amazing that you do know yourself, and some people can do on their own and actually be more motivated because they're doing without someone on top of them, or but some people, as long as you know yourself and you know that you need that motivation, and I think I'm the same way. If I have a little bit of obstacle, I'm going to just kind of leave it for next week, or if I'm not going. So that's really, really cool. And I saw you guys working, and I was really amazed, and I kind of like, Rossy, I want to come back here. I want to come here next year.
She's tough. I'm telling you.
I love the gadgets that you input too to
Yes.
help on the workout. So it's really great. And we have some recordings to show the workout that Adele does.
Because she worked us out too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like this quote that says, "You don't get old, you just stop stretching."
Oh, I like
And
that.
when you think about it, you know, you see people who are young who are immobile. They can't bend down. You know, a lot of 20-year-olds
That's true.
can't stretch, or teenagers. So it's like, and then you can see a very mobile, like we were talking about your partner, who I don't know if you want to say his age, because he doesn't look his age.
No, he doesn't look his age. Actually, he's older than me. I just wanted to let you know. But he's 72. He's in really good shape.
Yes.
Like he's really in good shape. But he's worked out most of his life.
You told about your doing garden, but some things simple like put your shoes
Yeah.
at 90s,
True.
80s, 70s. Some people can't
do
do
it.
Yes, that's true.
because they don't move.
Right.
And the body is for move.
Right.
So here we do mobility, strength training, stretching training, all in one.
Yeah. And I
all
think
is
it is-
very important.
And balance. You also do a lot with balance.
Balance.
Yeah. And I think it is very important not to miss the beginning signs, because nobody goes from zero. I'm not gonna say nobody, but most people don't go
Yeah.
from doing great to I can't tie my shoes. It comes in like little
Yes.
signs,
It
like especially after your 50s, you know, when menopause and all these things and change of hormones for women starts happening, we start losing things.
Right.
So when you start seeing the first signs of a little pain here, a little pain in your knees and in your hips or whatever it is, and you're not walking. So these are the beginning signs to get you Rosie, get something, do something, and start, you know, moving more, because you know it's gonna help you. So it's just don't miss the beginning signs
Yeah.
of because we're gonna end up losing some of it, like you said.
Working out is good for like sexual energy, keeping it flowing and
Hell
healthy.
yeah.
You know, staying healthy and energetic, that really helps
Yes.
the body. It
Yes.
helps with everything. And I don't think that's talked about enough when it comes to working out, because you get bigger, makes you lazy, the endurance. You know, you can be in your 70s with a great sex life. Isn't this?
Yeah.
It is true, actually. I'm not in my 70s.
I'm like,
That is really important.
Yes.
I need a translator, please. Los músculos hacen que se produzcan ciertas hormonas en el cuerpo,
Oh,
como la testosterona.
So the muscles create
Hormones.
hormones,
With
testosterone.
testosterone.
También dopamina.
Yeah.
Si no haces ejercicio, la cantidad de producción de estas hormonas reduce. Para las mujeres, la reducción empieza a partir de los 30 años.
Wow.
So for women, the reduction of those hormones starts with 30 years old.
A little bit, pero cuando llega la menopausia,
Yeah.
es una locura.
Starts a little bit on their 30s, but when it gets to menopause, which, hello,
Nice.
that's when
Yeah.
you really see the drop.
Pero si haces ejercicio, bueno, puedes controlar un poco mejor toda esa locura que llega con la menopausia. Después que pasa la menopausia, es súper importante mantener el músculo para la producción de ciertas hormonas como la testosterona, que es lo que te da la libido, eso que es súper importante para la vida sexual, porque aunque no estés en el proceso de menstruación, el cuerpo sigue pasando por un proceso hormonal.
Right.
So, so keeping working out, even especially after menopause, is going to increase some of those hormones, including the libido, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
And it's going to keep you moving.
Yeah.
Keep you
Porque
I intend on going till I'm
Yeah.
at least 90.
Oh,
Well, me too.
Well, I mean if I'm alive, but
Yes.
y,
Why not?
muchas personas después de entrenar se sienten más sexy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
that's importante.
And even
Very
like
important.
you're talking vanity, and vanity has like a kind of a bad connotation, but
Mhm.
really it's not vanity. It's just like self-love. Let's
Uh-huh,
call it.
yes.
Let's call it. We're just feeling good about yourself, looking in
Right.
the mirror and
Yes.
saying, you know,
I
I
like
look like I feel, and
Yes.
I'm proud of it. So
Yes.
that's kind of
Yeah,
the way to go, and which kind of helps the libido too, because if you feel good, you know you're attracting.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
it's
that's
also
amazing.
nice if you have a partner that both
Yeah.
are active.
Oh,
That is right.
And because I've seen like couples where one is really, you know, working out and the other one's just like a couch potato.
Right.
And that, it doesn't work very well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
doesn't work very
Adele,
well.
who knows Adele, knows that she and Carlos dance a lot.
We
All
do,
night.
So
yeah.
tell us a little bit about your dance, not only
Well-
with Carlos, but also because you just had a presentation not too long ago
yes.
with bachata, and you had like an outfit.
The whole outfit.
Very
yeah.
sexy. So
Well, I haven't danced for a couple of months because of this house and fixing the house. But no, dance to me is like, I don't even know what to say. If a dance is what makes me happy. You know, dancing bachata and salsa makes me happy. And in fact, that's how Carlos and I really got together. Was he loved to dance, I loved to dance, and the minute we started dancing together, it was like, wow, okay. So, like dance is to me major.
right.
Major, major, major.
Yeah.
And so when I work out with Rosie and I'm feeling like, oh, like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. When she puts on bachata, I remember why it is that I want to stay in shape. Because in order to dance, any dance, but in order to dance bachata,
Right.
you really got to be
It's
able
a lot
to.
of movement.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
movement,
Yeah.
and you've got to be, you know, be able to do that.
Smooth.
And I think, okay, Adele, you want to be able to dance bachata, you've got to stay in shape.
Exactly.
And so that kind of,
Yeah, and that's kind of goes with your reason why too, because
Yeah.
you love dancing.
Yeah.
But to be able to keep dancing,
You have
need
to.
to have good mobility.
Yeah.
So let me go work out. So it's always having something that pushes you,
Yeah.
pulls you to doing it.
definitely.
And you also work still with
Still work,
the
yeah.
gallery. Adele has an art gallery, a beautiful art gallery here in Mérida,
Yeah.
and
Soho Gallery.
Soho Gallery.
On Calle 60.
Exactly. Beautiful gallery, and
Thank
Asai
you.
even has also
Her work
her
there.
work there
No,
too.
she not only does she has her loft there.
Uh-huh.
She's the loft. It's Asata's space.
Asata's space.
Yeah. Oh, probably like 3 years.
said 3 years,
No,
okay.
más de 4
Yeah, because you
años.
said before COVID even, right?
Sí.
Wow.
In November 2020.
That's almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years, so.
Wow.
You saw pregnancy, you saw
I
baby.
did. Oh, she knows my whole life story. It's like going to therapy too.
Yes.
You do 2 things at once. You work out and you get a therapist.
That's great.
2 for 1.
We thought in a slogan, this is not a gym, this is your new therapy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Is your husband your partner here? Like, does he also teach classes?
Yes.
Hey. Hello, and this is the wellness office with the nutritionist. Okay.
She's a nutritionist
Hi.
here. Well, the idea of this place, as I told you previously, is to give people like a whole combo, a whole thing. You know, they will have the nutritionist. We will have this beautiful machine that will give you your body composition, you know, like body fat or muscle, and we can check month by month how your progress is going, you know, with science. And she can do as well like another technique where she takes like your skin to check your body fat as well, and she can use both, you know, both techniques to have better and more information to check your diet, your nutrition, to see how your progress is going. And the idea is to be able to measure, because if you cannot measure, how do you know that you are improving? You know, you need to have something to know that, okay, I'm doing better, I'm getting muscle mass, I'm not getting muscle mass, maybe my diet is not, I'm not doing my diet really well, I'm like exercising a lot during the weekends, whatever. So that's why we have this machine here that gives us a lot of information, and that's why she's here, because she does the meal plans for mostly all our clients as well. So yeah, that's basically it. The idea of this place, as I was telling you, is that we are like one-on-one or tiny groups, because we want people to really improve, and we are really aware of when they're doing exercises, we don't want them to get an injury, because if you're like training with a lot of people, you can you don't know what you're doing, but if a coach is right there with you saying, this is okay, this is how you will perform a squat, this is how you will perform a push-up or whatever, it will be way better, and then you will learn how to move, how to exercise. And that's the main purpose of this.
You have a 3-year-old. So how is that, being a mom, a wife, working out? I mean, how are you doing it? How are you doing this?
It's hard.
Okay.
And my postpartum was really, really hard because I lost muscle. I can work out, and I was really sad with that. But when I come back to a workout, everything changed again. I work out until my last day pregnant.
Okay. Wow.
That day,
Wow.
that day I work out in Progreso, and I come to Mérida, and my baby, my baby come.
And now she works out.
Yes.
The baby works out too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really?
I've seen her.
That's adorable.
Yes.
Wow.
She is really strong. She learned to walk early at 11 months.
Wow.
Now she have 2 years and 9 months, and she do push-ups perfectly.
Wow.
And I have a
Burpees.
question.
Burpees.
Yeah.
That is funny. So I have a question before we let you go, because Rossy has some other clients and things. But what motivates you? And actually, the same question for Adele and Rossy. What motivates you to come here and work out even after having the baby? That's kind of like you said, it was hard because then you have the baby and you're not as you stayed a while on the taking care of yourself and whatever the birth of the baby. So what motivates yourself to come back to it and continue what you're doing?
The people. The people.
Helping people get in
Yes,
shape.
helping people. I love my clients. It's not just the hour here, is all of the happening in her life, and that the translator, please. Y saber que si yo no estaba, iban a dejar de entrenar, iban a dejar de moverse, eso me preocupaba muchísimo. O que de repente fueran a otro lugar y saber que no los iban a cuidar como los cuido yo, que me lo llegaron a decir, también me preocupaba un montón. Y bueno, eso fue una de las razones por regresar a trabajar. Las personas que siempre me están esperando, saber que estoy ayudando a las personas a mejorar su calidad de vida, a mejorar su día, porque como decía antes, si sientes o si estás en cualquier mood en tu día y vienes a entrenar, todo cambia.
That's really beautiful, because what she's saying is that what motivates her is also the people that she helps. So to know that they may not be motivated to doing on their own anymore, kind of like what we were saying before, or to know that maybe they're going somewhere else that's not going to motivate in a personable level like she does, and know that my help can help people get motivated. This is really an amazing reason why, and it's helping. Tell us a little bit about how you kind of go by, or maybe if you're able to, or what it is to manage all of it, like the work-life balance, and be able to keep yourself also motivated to doing all of this.
Well, if I knew that. No, Okay, that's actually my biggest struggle is anxiety and stress. So it's, for me, it's every day. It's like every day. Partly why I come here is, you know, to like alleviate some of this anxiety and stress. But I think it's really important, and lately especially, in the morning now, I shut off all the music, I shut off everything, and I sit outside, it makes me want to cry, and I listen to the birds, you know, and I watch the trees, and I've been practicing gratitude because it's really hard. I mean, I have everything to be grateful for, and yet I'm not grateful. Do you know what? I notice everything like, this is not right, and that's not right, and this is not right. So I've been trying to practice in the morning to look around and go, wow, look at all this that I have, you know, I have so much to be grateful for. And this world is actually a very strange place right now. And so I have to remember that I'm in a safe place, as safe as one could be, and to be grateful. And I'm grateful to have friends like you guys, you know, I mean, you have no idea how important you are in my life. We don't see each other as much. Knowing that you're there keeps me like, okay, I have friends. I know there are people who have my back. That to me is really important, you know.
Thank you for being so transparent about your even the anxiety, because sometimes people want to put a mask that everything is good and everything is fine. But really, anxiety happens to all of us. It's a cycle. You know, it can go up and down, and sometimes situations bring you anxious.
Like I laugh sometimes. She just floats through life, but I'm sure you don't. I mean, I have no idea. You appear to just float through life.
I'm definitely a floater.
Yeah, you are. I wish I were. That would be so awesome.
But I think there could be downsides to floating because it makes other people nervous. You know, because it's like I'm so like this. I have moments though. It's like when I need a project done, because I like to work on multiple projects at one time. So when I need to get all of them complete, I'm like a beast. I'm like, this needs to be done like this, and I'm a perfectionist, so it all has to be done. But around that, I'm very much like, oh, it'll get done. It's coming. I'm present. I love to be present. Yeah. So a lot of people think that I run late, but I consider myself being there like at the right time.
Right.
You know, but I don't like to go with time and dates. But I live in a society where there's time and
you
dates.
ain't kidding.
So it's kind of hard. But I do want to speak to something you said about learning to appreciate what you have.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to recognize what we don't have.
Yes.
That we don't appreciate enough what we do have.
It's true.
Which is simple things. Health.
Right.
You know, we're able to talk. We can see. You know, we can walk.
Right.
You know, these are just simple things that we ignore. And I mean, you can live in, you actually do live in a castle. I was going to say you could.
Right now, I'm living in a
castle in progress.
Right now, I'm living in a, I don't know what I'm living in, okay?
It's a castle in progress.
Some renovation.
It's a renovation that's been going on and on.
But with all those things around it, like you said, just finding the simple things. Listening to the birds.
We have water.
Right.
Water.
In the fridge, in the shower.
Yes. I mean, that's so simple, but it's like, try not having water.
No, it's true.
You know, it's totally different.
We're living in Mexico.
Yeah.
We live in
I mean, for me, I'm not living in the United States. That's a definite plus. Sorry, but I'm going to say it. I'm here in a, you know.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, we live in paradise.
Yes, we do. And I realize that we live in paradise, but not everybody in Mexico lives in paradise.
Exactly.
And so I have to always remind myself, like, you know, the albañiles that come to my house, they sometimes seem happier than I am, okay? Right?
I was going to say that, because paradise is not necessarily your surroundings.
No.
But it's your inside.
It's your inside.
So your paradise could be your family. And
Right.
you know, I've been to, they call like the pueblos, how do you say it?
Pueblos.
The villages
Yeah.
in English. So like the villages, and being in houses that they don't even have a bed, they are sleeping in hamacas, which is the hammocks. But the happiness of those kids and the mom, and they're just offering. I had to wash my hands in a bucket,
Uh-huh.
and they invited us to sit and eat. But the happiness in that family was just so amazing and contagious, and just so they are definitely rich, and they live in a mansion from within. You know?
Right, and that's the point. It's
Because
like
being miserable and living, it doesn't. It's not the same.
Yes.
So,
exactly. So it's that balance too. You know,
Yeah,
it's
the
kind of
balance.
that balance.
Yeah, so it's a balance of having. So we are grateful to have all the things that we have,
Right.
material things. But if we can combine with, you know, the within,
Peace.
the inside, the
Yeah.
peace inside, that's the key.
That's
As
the
long
key.
as you have at least, like I was saying in the other interview that we did, at least once a day, if you have your moment
Yes.
of, you know, even throughout work and the stress of work and the things that you have to do and all that, but then take a time every day to you,
Yes.
know, to whatever you love doing, to whatever makes you happy. Because if you're happy X amount of time per day, that's a pretty good day.
That is a pretty good
That's
day.
a pretty good month.
Yeah.
And then that's being a pretty good year.
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm
Yes.
with you on that. Yeah.
Yes, and if you can create that paradise inside, that's really the best paradise to have, to live within, and it's the safest one
Yeah.
that you can control.
Yeah.
Because wherever you are, you can go within and have that peace of mind and self-love and self-care, and that's what you do. You help people with that, and then we're all embracing
Yeah.
and living it and helping to give it back to the audience.
Definitely. Yeah.
To have this amazing experience in life.
Yeah. And I know you're saying about, you know, that Asada has a personality of being more calm.
Yes.
And I think it's all like a puzzle. You know, everybody has
Right.
quality. So there is gonna have a moment for the peace and actually to extract and be not extract, but to be around someone who is peaceful, which brings in
Totally.
peace. But there's a moment of doing things.
Yes.
Which maybe someone who is more of the fire, to be able to do things. I like Ayurveda, which talks about all the elements that we have within.
Mhm.
And each one of us have a different element, some fire, some water, some air,
It's
and
true.
that changes the personality, and it's a balance of everybody. So we need all of us. So we need the
I
fire,
agree.
which I kind of think you're a little bit of
Probably.
fire.
Yes.
And then your hair is red. So you have the fire element, and we need that.
Yeah.
That's
The fire.
the business, that's the events that you do at Soho. That's, you know, someone with fire has that thing to create and to do things. And we need all of us. It's not only the fire. Can you imagine?
No,
only
it's
the
true.
fire in
Only
the
the
world.
fire.
Yeah.
It would burn up.
Yeah.
Actually,
It would burn
it
up.
would burn up.
Yes.
But that's actually why I like in the gallery. I like to work all of us together
Yeah.
because each artist brings their own like personality.
Yeah.
And it's really important because you know I can get all like this, but then you know Asata comes in and she's laughing, and I'm like, oh, everything's good. Asata's laughing, you know. So I think having everybody with all their different personalities
Yeah.
is really, really important.
It's so important.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. Asada has the contagious laugh.
Laughter. It's so loud and obnoxious. It's like I
love
can't
it.
control it.
Awesome.
But you also have this very, you know,
Calming.
controlled, like you're a controlled person. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean
No,
that
I
in a
don't.
good way. Okay.
I don't think it
I didn't say controlling, like you know how to, you kind of know how to navigate
Yeah.
your,
And that goes
Yeah.
with everything. I think it is because I do believe in the many pieces that each one has, which is one on Ayurveda, the things that you have within. Then I have the signs too, you know, your horoscope signs
yes.
that can influence a little bit on how you are and how it balances, how I grew up and how, you know, so everything kind of, and I've seen so many things because I'm from Brazil originally, but I lived in the US for many years. So getting so many pieces, it kind of changes you, and you've seen so many things, and kind of that's who I am now, which is, I'd say, in a way, balanced. That's what I'm aiming for, to be balanced, and I'm almost 50,
It's a
so
good
I'm
thing to
getting
aim for.
there. And
Yeah, I can
it's
see.
starting to happen. So
I
I'm-
would have said fire. I would have described you more fiery. And Adele feels the earth. So maybe you are the balance there. Because we see your different sides. It's a good fire.
yeah.
Both of you have a good fire.
It's fine.
Yours is like, bam,
Fire? Is she more
Horrible
fire?
place.
Would you say you're fire or?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depends.
It depends. Okay.
She seems very calm.
She's
Yeah.
calm. Even
Yes.
though she works you hard, she doesn't.
No, she's calm.
She doesn't change
I
in there
think
like get down and give me 10.
No. She's like cool.
Sometimes.
Well, she pushes without screaming.
Okay.
But that is depend of the class.
Okay.
For example, in a high intensity interval training class, I am really rude and screaming a lot. Yes.
That's true.
In a Zumba class, I am more sexy and different.
Okay.
But in personal sessions, I am calm. I am more listening, not talking a lot. If the people need that, I'm okay. Do this. Oh, I can. Okay, you can. Let's go. Let's do it, but not in a rude mood.
Yeah.
For general, I am calm.
Okay.
But some situations, sometimes boom.
High intensity class, we're gonna see the fire Rossy.
Saturdays there's a high intensity.
Saturdays.
Nice.
Okay.
This month, Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m., 7 p.m. is a HIIT class.
We appreciate you being a part of our
Thanks for having me.
Sexy Over 50 segment. Okay, I think we should do these more often because we know a lot of sexy, healthy women over 50, and it's really motivating, honestly.
It is motivating,
Okay.
and I'm almost 50, like I said, and it's really a good age to be over. I would say, even though if you keep up and you're able to work out and doing things, but matching being more mature and knowing what you want and knowing yourself with being able to do things like dancing and going out and having fun, like you said, it is the best. I would not trade my being more mature for my 20s because I was not as controlled as I am right now.
I totally
it was
get it.
all in my head and thinking of many things that were not even part of being happy at all. So definitely being over 50 is there's its perks and very good ones, which is maturity. But if you are able to keep up, you become this here happy lady, amazing smile, and
That's good.
and thank you so much for your
Thank you guys.
sharing a little bit of you and
All right, put a filter on this if I don't want.
No way, there's no filter.
there's no filter.
That's the only filter I like.
Let's be over 50, no filter.
That's right, yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Just pretty smiles.
I like that.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thanks.
for being part of Art of Self.
Yes, thank you, Adele.
Thanks, sweetie. Thanks for thinking of me. Really, seriously.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll talk to
I'll
you.
see you.
Ve con calma y enfócate en contraer los glúteos cuando...
I'm gonna get a bubble butt. J-Lo, watch out.
Eso.
Actually, Asata. Y Fernanda, watch out, girls.